many things can happen this weekend. Remember, as I told you in the recent videos, we are about to enter into that moment where the big games arrive, the big competitions restart, and so we have those kind of situations where players are playing and not playing at 0 minutes on the bench, in the stands, playing as a starter, the manager is speaking, the manager is not speaking. So we enter into those crazy 2 weeks where so many stories are around, the games are starting, the transfer window enters its madness, and so get ready, subscribe, be part of the family. Today, guys, is Enzo Fernandez Day. I told you in the previous video that Manchester City have been in contact with Javier Pastore, the agent of Enzo Fernandez, basically during the whole day of Thursday. Still talking, still trying to understand the situation, still trying to understand if there can be a solution. Remember that Chelsea put the deadline at 5 p.m. UK time today, £120 million or nothing. So from Chelsea, a very clear position. At the same time, it's on Manchester City to decide today what they want to do. Something more to add on Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea made very clear in the recent conversations to the agents of the player and to the player himself that Chelsea will not make him available in the January transfer window. At least as of today, this is Chelsea's stance. Chelsea say, or you buy Enzo Fernandez today by 5 p.m. UK time, or Enzo Fernandez is going to stay at Chelsea for the whole season. Chelsea don't want to consider Enzo Fernandez part of the saga for the final 2 weeks of the summer transfer window. Chelsea want clarity on one of the most important players of their squad 1 week before the start of the Premier League, and Chelsea have no intention to say, okay, let's talk again in January. Maybe they will do, I don't know, I can't predict the future, but as of today, the message from Chelsea is the player is not going to be available in the January window. So let's follow the situation, but it's one more detail to add to the crazy hours we are expecting ahead to understand the future of Enzo Fernandez. Then, more updates for you, talking about top players, talking about Manchester City, talking about Rodri. Because for Rodri, after the first bid, 45 plus 5 million euros, rejected. After the second bid, 60 million euros with add-ons, rejected. Now, Barcelona are preparing one more proposal. Overnight, the message in these direct exchanges, I'm telling you, a direct negotiation, Barca, Manchester City, the message coming from Barca to Manchester City is quite clear. And it's that they are ready to present a new bid, and they believe that with this bid, they can close the deal for Rodri. Barcelona remain very optimistic, very confident. I told you, Man City are asking 80, Barcelona reached 60 as a package, so now halfway, around 70 million euros, the deal could be completed. So let's follow the situation, but Barcelona are prepared to return to the table, bid again, and try make the deal happen. Rodri made very clear to Manchester City that he would be super professional. In some images overnight, probably on my accounts, you saw Rodri traveling on a Ryanair flight, very humble, and going back to Manchester from Spain. He was in Spain, he was in Madrid, having some good time with his family, still on holiday. Then today, officially, Rodri should train with Manchester City, and so Rodri will always be a top professional. I think Rodri is one of the best examples of professionalism in football, and so for sure he's not going to create any problem to the club. But at the same time, Rodri, for the very first time, made clear to Manchester City that also for personal reasons he wants to go back to Spain. He has agreed terms with Barcelona, he wants to go to Barcelona. So now Manchester City and Barcelona again in contact to try close the deal, let Rodri go back to Spain, in this case to Barcelona, and become a new Barca player. So let's wait for the next steps, but Barca are returning. New bid is coming, and the deal could be closed any moment. So stay tuned. On Manchester City, guys, not the whole world is Enzo Fernandez, because Manchester City are also working at the same time to close the deal for Aubadi. The agreement with the player is done. So the contract of Aubadi, according to my information, is closed, ready, done. Manchester City are prepared to make the player happy by bringing him to the club now, this summer, 2026, instead of the initial plan made when they started this negotiation before and during the World Cup, so to bring the player in 1 year, in season 27-28, to let him stay one more season at Lille. Man City want Aubadi now, and Aubadi wants to go to Man City now, so that's the plan. Now, City and Lille in very advanced conversations to get Aubadi to the club immediately. So the deal is reaching its final stages. Then, more to mention on Barcelona, guys. For Julian Alvarez, I know that every single day I receive tons of messages on this story, but why I'm not telling you more? Because at the moment, guys, nothing is changing. I think the only real update worth a big story is if Atletico Madrid, at any point, and in this case, Miguel Angel Gil-Marin, because it's him who has to decide, not Simeone or anyone else, Miguel Angel Gil-Marin. If he's gonna say, okay, let's open doors to Barcelona or any other club, I will be here and tell you. But as of today, Atletico Madrid don't want to sell the player to Barcelona. So Atletico Madrid maintain the doors closed. As of today, still no update. Then, if today, tomorrow, Sunday, any moment, there is going to be a breakthrough, there is going to be an open door, I'm going to be here for sure to update you, and Julian would be super happy, because Julian wants to go to Barcelona, there is no doubt. And Barcelona are still thinking of Julian, there is no doubt. But remember what I told you in a video a few days ago. Barca can wait this week and this weekend, but then from next week, if at the beginning of next week the Julian deal is not completed yet, Barcelona will start considering acting with the plan B. Plan B doesn't mean that they don't want Julian anymore. Plan B means that they still have to find a striker, because Ferran left and Lewandowski left. So there will be a conversation for a new striker. According to my information, Deco is working on it. It's not 𝐁𝐑𝐄𝐀𝐊𝐈𝐍𝐆, and it's not Lautaro Martinez. For Lautaro Martinez, at least at the moment, there are no contacts. So that's the situation as of today. Then, let's follow the case, let's follow the file, but for sure, there is going to be movement around Barcelona. And then, in a separate link, in a separate story, I'm not mentioning that for Barca, just in general, Christopher Nkunku and Fikayo Tomori out of a similar squad from today. So Milan told both players they have to find a new club. Milan coach Ruben Amorim doesn't want to count on Nkunku and on Tomori for the upcoming season, and so both players are up for sale. Milan are ready to sell Tomori and Nkunku. For Nkunku, they could even be open to an initial loan deal. So keep an eye on these movements, because AC Milan put the players on the market, and maybe from England and from other countries, there could be movements around these two players. So watch out for Nkunku and for Tomori. On these guys and much more, I will keep you posted in the next hours, of course, because it's going to be a big day. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel to get all the information in real time, comment, because I'm reading you, and then I will see you soon here on the channel, as every single day. Thank you, guys.